and tonight we are playing Mummy's Mask with DM Patrick. But before I let Patrick take it away, please check out our doobly doo down below for our Extra Life link as well as the Heroes Wanted collective of shows. But without further ado, take it away, Patrick.
Thank you, Stephanie. Welcome everyone to tonight's session. We are in Book 2, Empty Graves by the great Crystal Fraser. Joining me tonight are...
I am Brent, and I'll be playing Dr. Honesty Shortchange, a medical man and a good honest thief.
And I'm Lorne, and I'm playing Arrow, the Harrigan Open Hand Monk. What was that?
I don't know.
That was Chris, I'm pretty sure.
Does anybody hear me?
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Sorry, Lauren. Take
Sorry
two.
about that. Yes, take two. Hi, I'm Lorne, and I'm playing Iroh, the Harrigan Open Hand Monk, who's gotten himself into a bit of gambling problems.
Hi everyone, I'm Tara. I should be playing Uruk of the Camels, the half-orc artificer slash dentist, featuring Rivet and Weld.
Hi, I'm Nabil here, making a fabulous entry at the last second. I'll be playing as Dahaga, a Minotaur fighter of the Rune Knight subclass.
I had to check to see if you were here. Hi, I'm Ian. Oh, sorry, it's Hesmet.
Sorry, I'm legitimately coughing, but also, hi everyone. My name is Chris. I'll be playing Hesmet Sot, Autonome. God, why didn't I forget that? Autonome rogue who doesn't understand why everybody's so creeped out about organs. See, here, check this kidney out. It's kind of adorable.
Ah!
Oh, sorry, Aya.
Hi, I'm Ian. I'll be playing Mau, the perfectly normal cat and only sane member of the party.
I will be playing Aya Nasir, Cleric of Hawk, a knowledge Cleric of Hawk, and the only one person here who seems to have any sort of sanity left in them.
Indeed, your sanity was sorely tested last session as you battled your way through the Silver Chain's headquarters, facing off against resurrected organ creatures and other nasty undead. You did rescue the cleric Tepmanib and ended up having a fairly cordial meeting with the Silver Chain leader, Ekram Ifik. You learned that he does not have the mask that was stolen from the temple inside the necropolis that you've been looking for. And Tepmanib let you know that Ekram sent a missive to his boss, whom you know of as Merit Hetef. Ekram gave Tepmanib the location of some of the Silver Chain's smuggling tunnels to take back to the Temple of Pharasma to show their good faith, as some of the undead from the necropolis are undoubtedly making their way into the city of Wati through these smuggling tunnels. And Tepmanib is in fact okay, bruised but mostly unharmed. When the Ka pulse went across the city, his soul was ripped from his body momentarily, thus basically leaving him incapacitated. But he, was able to thank you and make his way back to the temple. And you also learned from Ekram that Iroh has unpaid debts and that people have been asking around town about him as the lottery drew people in need of money. So bounty hunters have perhaps been the reason that some of your other explorers have vanished, not necessarily just the undead in the necropolis. You managed to make your way back to the Tooth and Hookah, to your room, where the doors were barred, but you were able to climb up to the roof with the assistance of Falto and some of the other adventurers that were there. And in the night, Uruk had a secret visit from an old flying friend The Pulse brought them to the town, and as they were concerned about what is going on, and they also let Uruk know that there were strangers moving through the desert that had been causing trouble recently. Most importantly, you all got a long rest in. You were able to attune to the magical items that you had purchased just last night at the Canny Jackals auction. And you are woken, before sunrise. There is the loud ringing of the gong that sort of signifies that those at the gate aren't necessarily need help, but are calling for assistance. And then it rings again in about a half an hour after that. And then about another half hour after that rings again, which, as the sun is now coming up,
Okay.
sort of piques your curiosity as to why nobody would have responded to this quite yet. We pick up. It is morning. You are in your chambers at the Tooth and Hookah. Up, you have a patio and a rooftop view of the city. There are meager portions that are sort of brought, which the innkeeper will say it's the last of the food we sort of have down here. We've got lots of fresh water. Don't worry about that. But provisions might be harder and harder to come by.
During the morning, while these guys are all still sleeping, and I'm not, I kind of reposition myself towards the gate. Do I see what's happening down at the gate?
From your vantage, you can't see exactly what is happening there, but give me a perception check to see what you can pick up.
7.
I mean, you can see slightly over the wall, and you see there are just throngs of undead on the far side.
Maybe they're understaffed.
Well, you wouldn't have heard that, presumably, until after we'd woken up, because we all heard the ring.
Yes. This is going to be our problem eventually.
Not unless we're
And
getting
the
paid for it.
undead are in the necropolis, right? That's where they're surging.
Yes, though you also do know that the streets last night were full of undead in various guises. Looking over the walls here, you can see the streets of the city are generally empty. You do see the occasional shambling zombie or group of skeletons that are still moving through town. So the city is not cleared by any stretch, but most of the populace is staying indoors. Though you do see the occasional person dashing out to the central street well, something like that, or doing what they can to try and grab some food before dashing back inside.
I've been in this city for a little while. Would I know any of these sort of rooftop paths?
Oh, you've been locked away in the necropolis. This city didn't even exist when you were put away.
Yes. But I've been awake for, a few weeks.
That's something Mao might know.
Mao might definitely know that. We need to get to that gate. If for no other reason, then we might need to leave this city.
It's the gate to the necropolis.
To the necropolis.
Oh, it is the gate to the necropolis.
Yeah,
I
that's not going to help us
see no
leave.
Oh, I
reason.
thought it was like the gate to the city.
There's no walls around the city.
No walls around the city. You do,
No walls around.
from your perch, you can see. I mean, a lot of people are clearly, from the dust outside the city. A lot of people are straight up fleeing.
Yeah, that's not the worst idea. Okay, we should probably check that out.
We should
So
check
you are
and see if
here.
we can get paid.
That
Before
is
we check it
not
out.
a bad idea.
Yeah, you can see from the Tooth and Hookah here to the gates of the necropolis. Unfortunately, you have to cross a full street at certain points, but it is possible to, once you do that, to move from general rooftop to rooftop.
I say let's do that. The streets are fraught.
We should be able to just distract zombies away so we can cross the street fast.
Throwing a few rocks or discarded bits of pottery does seem like a logical way of making zombies go that way. Especially if we're doing it from the roofs.
I think we can manage that. We've got a good amount of stealth in the party. But again, we should make sure we are going to be getting paid for this before we go doing some heroics.
I mean, we could just follow the horde. Leave the city.
Lock Tarogar?
You did tell Septi the crocodile last night, you would aid as you could, and the temple said they would absolutely be looking into sort of compensation and healing for you.
Well, it sounds like we have a pre-existing arrangement then.
I hate pre-existing arrangements.
Yes, you can't renegotiate them. Well, you can, but it's more difficult.
All right.
Let's go make our way as we can to the gate.
How-
Give me a group survival check, please.
That's how.
I was about to ask how practical would it be to take the sand skiff and just bowl over some zombies?
Does the sand skiff move on its own?
No, we would need to hook Rivet up. And presumably to Hawk.
Yeah, that presents an interesting possibility. We do have a means of transport through the desert and something to drag it with.
Survival check, Stephanie and Ian.
All right. Yep. We'll do it.
By the way, the sand skiff has a total of enough room for maybe 4 people. And it just only has 15 health.
All right, we need more skiffs. Or chariots. Or something.
We stole our chariot.
22. Sorry, Cash ran upstairs and was trying to get a water cup, so that's what we were dealing with.
Right.
No problem. Yeah, as a group, you are able to cross over a couple of roofs. You see eyes sort of peer out fearfully. One crossbow bolt does ricochet off the wall nearby, and you see a curtain sort of close quickly. You are able to sort of clamber down into the streets. You can still hear the sounds of fighting happening sort of across the city, but as you get closer and closer to the gates, just this overwhelming sort of thrum and pounding, and just the sound itself sounds like there are presumably hundreds of undead on the other side of this gate. And as you duck through narrow alleyways, you can see manning the gate are far fewer guards and watch than you would have expected. And the ones you do see that are still up on the ledge look exhausted. They are still casting, whatever sort of spells they can into the necropolis as time comes. And you see in front of the gates, the young priestess whom you recognize from entering the necropolis during the lottery, lady named Baal Fem. She has, her wooden shield with the Pharasman spiral on it. But she also looks like she has not gotten any sleep at all over the night. And as you approach, you can see through the sort of windows that are on these massive doors of iron and bronze in this huge sandstone wall, that there are indeed hundreds of undead on the far side. Probably help if I put your tokens on the sheet.
Probably.
Yep.
I just assume that everything's this dark because it's the apocalypse.
Are we the princes of the apocalypse?
No, but if we kill a Highlander,
We what? We what?
Oh God. Patrick, we don't have fireball yet.
Were we trying to be stealthy or no? Because if not, then I
I
would
think
have.
getting-
dragged
They
us-
are on the other side of the wall and the gates, and they are being held back at this point. But yeah, you do get glimpses of what lies beyond in the necropolis, and yeah, clearly hundreds of creatures have been awakened.
seeing this, first instinct is that this wall and this gate, like, was I there when the necropolis was built? Or would I have maybe memories of it being built? Or memories of it in Wati? Or do I predate that?
You predate that.
Right, okay. But what I
You know, this would have just been the basic city wall to you at that point.
Right. But what I know of Wati is that, the time of madness and then the necropolis was built, and then that was a couple of thousand years ago. So this wall is 2,000 years old. And
At least.
And they presume...
Oh, we lost you, Chris.
To my engineer's mind, I'm like... Because
You're fading in and out, Chris. I can't hear you.
He's got Hamilton.
Yeah.
Ever been
internet.
this
I was about ready to say Hamilton Internet. No.
Oh no. Am I cutting out?
Yeah.
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 Oh, god damn it. Well, looks like I'm cutting away from Kojiko.
I would say, yeah, looking at this wall, give me a knowledge engineering check, Hesmet.
Yeah, that's first thing I'm going to do. Knowledge engineering. Where's my... There it is. Oh, God. Do I have
it looks-
inspiration? No, I don't.
It
Built for
looks
success is a good
strong and solid, and you don't get any sense of concern about that from the guards and the priests that are there. But Baal will immediately move towards all of you and just say,
I slapped the wall, but like, yep, this thing's solid. Should last another couple thousand years.
it is solid. It will. It is the strength of the people on it that are faltering. We've been calling for aid from the temple. We need holy symbols and as much holy water as you can carry brought here. And if they have scrolls of restoration to restore those who haven't fled or, frankly, been pulled off the wall in the night. Something was dragging people into the necropolis.
Dragging people into the necropolis, and no one saw anything.
It was dark. They were, whatever it was using this mob as cover.
Oh my goodness. This is the same day where we haven't had a chance for a long rest.
You just had a long rest.
Oh, I just had a long
You-
rest. Okay.
You literally
Yeah,
just
yeah.
woke up this morning.
Yeah, we were in the Thug and Hugo when we woke up.
I was just checking.
Yeah,
I
you
have
guys have had a
lesser
long rest.
restoration. I have
These
lesser.
people, yeah, these people clearly have not. I mean, she would, if you offer that, she would raise her hand and just say, I appreciate that, but save it in case you need it. We do need holy symbols and holy water and, I mean, frankly, food or anything like that if you can get it.
Yes, we will we should go to the temple.
Yes, we can grab a whole bunch, and my family can also assist.
Your family should, if they're smart, should stay inside. Or, frankly, knowing your father, he's probably going to be looking after the dead.
Oh,
This
yes.
is for the voices of the spire. And, frankly, Shepsis is... Well, he and Septi don't exactly see eye to eye at the best of times, and I'm sure he wants nothing more than to release his psychopomps and take care of as much of these undead as he can, but they will wreak havoc over the living as well. They don't discriminate very well. If we can't get help, we're going to be facing he and his scourge.
So Seti is like the god Seti?
Septi the crocodile is the head of the church, whereas Shepsis, you saw him bring out the voices of the spire early last night. They're sort of the militant wing of the church. So in a situation like this, it's unclear as to who would actually be in charge.
Oh, okay. And it's the crocodile god. His psychopomps are very violent, so it wouldn't be good to unleash them.
They're both part of the Church of Pharasma, but yeah, the psychopomps will attack and kill undead, but they also are indiscriminate about anything that's in their way, including the living.
Ooh.
And he's afraid that Shepsis is going to release these, or Septi?
Shepsis. Septi
Right.
would be against this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
Right.
when you saw...
We should hurry.
Yeah. When you saw Nakachepsis, you saw him give a speech, and I mean, you noticed, Aya, that there appeared to be like dust flying around him, which you recognized as an invisible psychopomp already that had been summoned,
I'll let
but
them
a
know.
large, dangerous one, not like Qasim. So
Lovely.
as she looks towards you, can you help us?
Absolutely.
I think we should hurry.
Yes, let's hurry.
As fast as possible.
There will be less profit if we're all dead. Let's go.
Yep.
All right. With that, you turn and make your way back to the Temple of Pharasma, the Grand Mausoleum, sitting in the central market of town. Again, I need a group survival check as you make your way through. And do you want to move silently or do you want to move quickly?
I feel like we move quickly, we're almost guaranteed to run into something, right?
Yes,
I mean-
but it could be a minor thing or it could be a bad thing. You never know.
Also, you have a very noisy fighter here, so your chances of
Yeah.
being caught is about the same
have-
as.
Moving quickly is probably
Like
the better
3 or
option.
4 people who are bad at stealth.
I want to say moving quickly is the better option because it gets us there potentially faster, assuming we don't completely screw up and run into something we can't handle and have to double back.
And our chances of getting caught either way is about the same with me. So, yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, what we come up against, we don't necessarily have to fight. If there is something there.
Yeah, let's move quick, I think.
All right, that's rolling for Ian. With that, you make your way through these streets. Again, you see just the most occasional sign of people. The shops are closed, but if people are desperate enough, they are trying to sort of grab water in from the wells and sort of dashing back. You do witness what appear to be a group of skeletons leading 3 large skeletal camels just casually down one of the streets as you pass by. And you see that they are dragging them up to what appears to be one of these wells and standing around it as these skeletal camels also stand around it.
Do skeleton camels need water?
They don't appear to be drinking, but it is perhaps just a leftover remnant of belief from these skeletons that are leading them that their camels need to drink.
Could skeletal camels poison water?
Are we sure there's not someone in the well hiding from the camels?
Well,
That's what brought them to it.
nobody else is approaching this well if these guys are around it.
Can I roll medicine to see if they're like them being in the water will poison it? Like the camels drinking it?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a medicine check.
Nope.
Unsure.
No idea.
I'll roll. 16.
16. Yeah, this would be definitely dangerous. And you do see, as you move around the corners, that there is an elderly couple that is just kind of standing back, watching, presumably waiting for their chance to have a drink.
And the camels won't poison it, right?
You think they may well poison it.
Well, it depends on the bone, I think, because some bones just might be humorous.
I am going to attempt to climb up onto this canopy and then up onto this roof.
You
I'm
are
gonna
able
do-
to do so.
Same, but this
I'm going to try and sneak along in the shadows of this sort of like building. Try and get closer as well.
7 for stealth.
I would like to do the same thing as Hesmet and try and stealth up.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
as me. Going down
The
that side alley.
the skeletons definitely hear you as you make a little too much noise crossing the roof, Hesmet, and they do turn and look in your direction. As do you see as you come around the corner, Iroh, that they have taken notice of you, but they don't appear to be doing anything other than waiting for their camels to drink.
who are not drinking.
They appear to be like dipping their faces into the water, but if they don't have tongues or anything else.
Yeah,
So
that's
the-
bad.
Or
They're
Now that we're
basically
closer-
doing muscle memory.
Yeah.
Yes.
can I see these couple up here? Are they? Am I closer to see like their expressions?
They look sort of scared and concerned, but also annoyed, as they clearly want to get to the water fountain. But, while no violence has erupted, they are now just sort of confused.
Diplomacy?
I don't speak undead.
Neither do I. I should, but I don't. Okay. Hazmat will stand up. Excuse me. Skeletons. Caravan.
What language are you speaking?
Ancient Assyriani.
And yeah, the two skeletons turn at that and look at you. You see their mouths sort of clack open and close, but of course the only noise that's made is sort of a
Yes. Hi. I'm going to need your camels to not. Oh God, I shouldn't be the one doing this. I'm going to need your camels to not drink from that well, they don't have the right permits.
Roll me a persuasion or deception check, please. Or intimidation, if that's what you're trying for.
Okay. Those are all 0. Now,
You know, it'd be really nice if I spoke ancient Assyriani.
yes, it would be. Now, do I
I
whispers
learned
of
it
the
by sleeping on the book.
Oh, can
Do
I go? Oh, Patrick, can I assist Hesmet using my background feature?
Do you speak Ancient Osiriani?
Of course I speak Ancient Assyriani. I'm a bookworm.
Her accent's atrocious.
I am going to I am going to channel the spirit of who's a really good charismatic liar.
You've never seen
Wow.
Dr. Shortchange lie.
Your languages, Aya, are Infernal, Elvish, Draconic, and Common, and Celestial.
I'm pretty sure I also speak it because I translated some. No?
On your character sheet.
Not on your character sheet.
Well, there's no Ancient Assyriani option.
I gave Ancient Osiriani to those characters that had it as their background.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. No, that's all right. I mean, you can. There was the possibility of learning it with the tablet. I think.
We still have the tablet.
Ignore the
No,
crossbow.
you put it at you put it up for the auction.
Right, okay. All right. Well,
Now
then
used it.
I'm going to Whispers of the Dead, an ancient bureaucrat. Natural 1. Hello.
All right. Yeah,
Hi.
natural 1.
Okay.
They turn and you see them just raise their arms, and even those of you who don't speak Ancient Osiriani, you clearly understand they are basically telling Hesmet to go get fucked, and just gesticulating sort of madly and pointing back and forth.
How about we just kill them? I don't know.
Can I sit here after that and say in ancient Assyriani, Bass looks down on you, run now, puny mortals?
Sure.
Well, you could do that because I'm pointing my hand crossbow at him right now.
And as you say that, you see him sort of throw his arm up in a rude gesture, but they do grab the sort of rotted remains of reins that are in front of these camel skeletons and, pull them away, just glaring at the group of you and, letting their displeasure be known as they do depart.
I'm wagging my tail at them.
Good
Staring down
job.
my nose.
All right. Well, that could
No,
have
well,
gone
it's there.
better. And I will clamber down to the well.
All right. And this elderly couple immediately just sort of moves forward, drops a small bucket of water in, nod at the group, and then duck back inside their home and disappear quickly.
Perhaps boil that first. Okay. Anyways, let's continue.
Agreed.
All right, you continue onwards, finding your way to the temple. There are, a couple of straggling zombies that you pass along the way that you quickly put down. Arriving at the temple, you can see there are harried priests sort of running back and forth. tending to sort of wounded, some of them that are trying to prepare sort of ointments and other potions and things like that. And, a young gentleman, you can see who's clearly got like a massive scrape across the side of his face and down his neck, just sort of looks up at all of you and says, do you need healing? We're a little busy right now. You might have some more success at the temple across the way.
Yes. We are not in need of healing. However, the Necropolis Gate is in need of reinforcements and supplies.
Yes, yeah, we've heard their call. We've sent 2 acolytes with items. Have they not received anything?
I'm going to guess his acolytes are no longer in need of healing, as it were.
Do you know their route?
No, they've been trying to, keep off the main route. So, I don't know exactly which way they went.
You have resources to spare if we were to escort the next group or the next acolyte.
We don't have any people. I can give you supplies if you wish to do it.
We will, but don't send anyone else out alone, unarmed. Deliver anything. Or the same thing is just going to happen to them.
I would like to believe that our priests could handle themselves if need be, but I take your suggestion.
Yes. The temple across the street. What is it a temple of?
Oh, that's the Temple of Abadar.
We can't afford their aid.
No, but we can
Most
maybe
people can't.
we can maybe schmooze our way into some aid. We could tell them that, hey, they're already going to pay us for helping. You record
think
everything that you give to the defense. You could probably get them to pay you too.
If you think you're that charismatic.
I do.
You're not.
How does Dahaka respond to that?
Dahaka is trying to raise his hand in the background. It's like, you guys do know you have someone in the group who is part of the...
This is part of the plan, yes.
Yes, we are presenting you Dahaka first.
Wait, who's the Haka?
Not as a sacrifice. I just want to be sure of your wording, because that sounded kind of ominous.
I think the people inside the Temple of Abadar would be genuinely interested in spending money, or in giving supplies in exchange for money.
I mean, that is true, but maybe I can help as well. Maybe not to gouge us as much as they would.
We can use him as a sacrificial bull.
I'm gonna eat you I'm gonna eat you when no one's looking, Mao.
I'll give you indigestion.
And I'm gonna
poisoned.
I'll die happy.
You'll die with the shits on the toilet.
I'll die with the shits on the toilet with a smile on my face.
What request did the gatekeeper ask for? I've got holy water and some symbols here. Was there anything else?
Water, scrolls of restoration.
Whatever you can spare.
Right. And they dash inside and after a moment or so bring out 3 scrolls of lesser restoration. Tell them we'll try and spell them off as soon as we can.
Excellent. They'll appreciate that. We'll try to see if we can get more supplies from the Temple of Abadar, but I don't know how much they'll be able to help. But we'll find out.
I hope you've got deep pockets.
We've got pockets.
I'm sure the city does.
We have deep, but can't finish that.
You guys have pockets?
We wear pants, Mao.
So we do have 6,270 gold in party treasure.
Yes, but we don't need any healing right now.
No, that's true.
This was more like, hey, we can maybe get some extra and help us build the
Incidentally,
city.
yes. Incidentally, I would like to take 12 gold out of party treasure because I have 588 gold, and I need 600.
Okay.
Yeah, take what do you need?
All right, excellent. 58. Okay, save changes.
Do you just want to have an even number?
No, because I owe 600 gold to someone.
Oh, right.
I want to have at least that in my pocket. I am 12 gold short. You see,
Yeah,
Dahaka, this
there's
is
some
called
walk around
generosity. Anyways, yes. Yeah, exactly. So I guess we go across the street to the Temple of Abador.
I would recommend holstering anything you may have that could be used as a weapon.
Sure.
Yeah, you
I
go
can
from the
also
Grand
my
Mausoleum
whip.
here, past the Golden Crocodile Pool, through the market to the Temple of Abadar. And as you sort of make your way there, you do hear the occasional sound of creatures kind of stirring or moving. But as you approach this building, the doors immediately swing open, and a young woman, flanked by two other priests, step out and just say, "Good morning. How can we assist you fine folk today?"
Oh, hello. My name is Dr. Honesty Shortchange. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I'll go up to and offer a handshake.
She immediately shakes your hand and just says, "I am Merara. It is a pleasure to meet you. I am one of the priestesses here in the Golden Temple. Is there something we can provide you? You do
Yes,
not look
yes.
injured.
No, we are working for the city, actually, and have
I
been
hope you're
offered...
getting paid well."
Oh, we certainly will be. We've been offered generous compensation for my my group's services. We're about to head over to the gates of the necropolis to reinforce them with some supplies. I'm sure the people here could strike an equally good deal with the city. If you would like to offer any supplies for said defense.
Oh, the city has already come to us. We have sold what holy water we were willing to already to the Pharasmans. We do have some left here if you wish to purchase it yourself.
Which is holy water.
I
Generally.
believe it's 25 gold a vial.
Are they charging more than the base because there's a high demand right now?
Give me an insight check.
I'm not good at those.
Liar.
You get the sense that they clearly have not given you a price because they are going to be expecting more than standard rates for this, yes. They know, I mean, the Temple of Abadar is all about
Oh yeah.
the idea of profit and wealth. They do not give anything away. They do not give bargains.
Oh well. Oh no, this is we are not personally.
35 gold per vial of holy water is what we can currently offer you.
Oh no, that's not something that we personally need. This is all for the reinforcement of the gate.
Yes. That is the Pharasman's responsibility. They have, they have taken the lead in looking after this city. The Temple of Abadar once held a higher position than we currently do, and the Pharasmans believe that they and the Voices of the Spire are the true protectors of the city, so we respect that.
Oh dear.
Well,
I will. Sorry, go ahead.
That's a reasonable position to take, my friend. I can't help but notice, however, just looking at my my town map here. We are currently, by the way, here or here. The top
You
one.
were here. You're now
Okay.
at this one.
The square that you are all located on happens to be directly down the street from that gate. Just, food for thought.
We're well aware. We're quite protected and willing to offer sanctuary for those who can afford it.
My
like
last
these
count
people.
of undead, as a side fact, was, would I say that by hundreds we mean over 1,000?
No, but, a good couple of hundred.
My last count, and I am very accurate in my count, were at least 261 zombie or zombie-like undead on the other side of the gate. That is the number of zombies just on the other side of the gate. And that number varied by 2.5% while I was observing. It's my estimation that death would come within 30 minutes, even of these gates.
Thank you for your numbers. We have requested aid and are hopeful that it will come in time, but that the gates themselves will hold. If this was the cause of the Pharasman lottery, the fallout from that will undoubtedly change the position of some of the people here in Wati about who should be in charge.
One last thing before we leave. Do you have any pamphlets? I like your god.
Yes. That will be 5 copper for a pamphlet.
I knew it.
I knew it was gonna be 5 copper.
No.
I'm sure our good friend Dahaka would be more than happy to tell you the Gospel of Abadar, though.
I'm gonna buy a pamphlet.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes.
Avatar. Daka?
Dahaka is just. Yep.
It's like, this all tracks. This is good. This is exactly like I thought this was going to go.
Wait, who the hell is Dahaka?
Oh, sorry. Headrest. Couch rest.
Oh, butt warmer.
Yes.
Best of luck to you all.
Okay. Well,
May you shine under Abadar's prosperity.
I thought it was going to say bank account, but all right.
It was a reasonable thing to try and do.
Sure.
Yeah.
You literally have I mean, they're not evil. They are the Church of Prosperity, though. That is the thing. They will give aid. You just have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like some
And we had to
wannabe.
for
It's not like it's some wannabe gods or goddess begging for worship, attention-seeking disorders. You know, that kind of stuff. Albador never asked for worship.
Did we want to purchase some holy water here? It is an inflated price.
I think we're good.
Okay, let's.
What does holy water do? Is it an AOE? Or is it just the square it lands on?
Pretty sure it's just the square it lands on. If it's an AOE, it's within five
You
feet.
throw it up to 20 feet, it shatters on impact. So yeah, it's just the just who it lands
Target
on. It's
creature.
2d6 radiant damage.
Right.
I mean, I could try and negotiate for a lower price, but don't expect much.
No, we're good.
Yes. Let's attempt to take the side/back roads. Maybe we'll run into these acolytes.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody give me survival checks as you make your way through the side streets trying to get back to the gates.
Oh, I know I can do it this time.
Promising numbers.
Yeah. And you are, heading through the streets. Again, the occasional zombie you put down or skeleton you knock out of the way. And you are feeling fairly good about how things are going. You're moving slowly. It's now kind of mid-morning as you've been making your way back and forth across town. And from up around the corner, you hear the sound of a thunderclap.
Crossbow out.
Sword out.
And anyone who's proficient can give me an Arcana check, please.
I mean, my crossbow's been out this entire time. The city's overrun by undead. That's not unusual.
Aya, you would get the sense that this is probably something akin to a prestidigitation, and you hear it again as you draw all your weapons and continue moving forward. And then you also start to hear the sound of angry voices, and people yelling, "It's probably his fault! How did what?" And just this mass of voices of screaming, and then another one of these thunderclaps, and a voice you recognize, Aya, is saying, "You get back, you stand away from me, you let me and my daughter through. She's fine, she's going to be fine. I don't need to hurt anybody, but she's back, she came back to me." And you
Oh, dear.
recognize that
Oh,
sound of your father's voice.
Oh
Oh.
no!
It's your turn, Steph.
Oh god!
Oh no.
And as you turn the corner, you see in a smaller area, a group of townsfolk have obviously come out of their homes in their shadows, and they are kind of surrounding your father, who seems to have what looks like the reanimated body of your sister that he is trying to sort of walk through town. And he appears to be holding something above his head, and he's just saying, get back, I don't want, I will let this explosive go. You have let me through. I can look after my daughter. I can look after her. She's going to be all right.
Aya?
Father? Father, what is this?
As you move forward, some of the townsfolk sort of jostle you, just say, "This crazy person, it's his fault. He probably raised these undead. Look, he's walking with one of the undead. He cannot be trusted." And you see the people kind of move forward, and again, you see your father has what looks like some kind of incendiary device above his head. He's like, "Just get back.
Father?
Everybody stay back."
Put it down! Put it down, Father! What even is that?
This will, it's for protection, but if I need to, I will set this off. Your sister, Aquila, she's come back to us. I can fix her. She's going to be okay. And you see a few of the people step forward, and he immediately kind of wheels around with this. He's like,
Back off!
"All get back."
Get back! I'll handle my father. Get back! I want to take a look at Aquila. And
Well, before
she's
that,
very
as you-
obviously undead, right?
Very much so. As you do that, you can give me either a persuasion check or an intimidation check to try and get this crowd to sort of back off and disperse. And what's everybody else doing as this is happening?
I've directed Well to stay close to Aya in case things go sideways, but I'm going to be hanging back in case things go sideways, and me and Rivet can support from the back.
I want to
Alright.
inspect the undead girl because I get the feeling that she may not be passive for much longer, and I want to make sure, is that going to be the case or not?
I'll
Dahaka,
volunteer and help Aya disperse the crowd with the headband of intimidation.
Dahaka has a shield and hammer out because this may seem it's going to get much worse. So he's going to assist Aya in the intimidation.
How are you assisting?
Just giving everyone angry looks. It's like, get the fuck away from the girl.
All right. So, Iroh, give me a perception check as you look at this undead.
You want me to do one
Me
too?
too.
You're busy with your father at this point.
You
You
can
can,
blame him,
you can
then.
definitely give me a perception check as well, though, Aya. Now, give me an insight check, Iroh.
A
Iroh.
perception check.
Yeah, Aya, you can give me a perception. This, undead is clearly, seemingly, pacified for the moment, but the more this crowd sort of moves in, you can see that they are starting to get a little twitchy, Iroh.
All right.
But, Dahaka, you sort of bang your weapon against your shield and yell at people. And what do you do from the rooftop, Mao, for your 24 intimidation?
Typical evil gremlin cat. A worse sign than a diseased daughter and an insane father is a cat of ill omen, and just hiss at them all.
Oh, you're going to make you the source of the curse.
I didn't
Yeah.
think of that, but that works too. They might think that, yeah.
Yeah, you see a few people, they look at you, Dahaka. They don't seem to be paying any mind to you, Aya. And then Mao, as you sort of rear up and sort of screech this across the way, you do see a look of fear begin to sort of take over these people. And a few of them quickly retreat. A couple of them point and just like, witchcraft! It's witchcraft!
Okay.
But they do disperse enough that Aya, you were able to make your way to your father.
Father, what is going on here?
I went back to help with the bodies and embalming those that I could, and I turned around and she just walked to me. She came directly to me. She came back to me, Aya. Your sister, she's still in there. I can make her better. I can
Father?
fix her.
Father, how do you think you're going to fix her?
In my workshop, I can pray. We can raise her from the dead.
Father, that would take so much money, and also I'm not sure, it's not guaranteed to work. But Dad, we are both professionals. We need to set our feelings aside right now and look at the situation as professionals, as if that is just someone else and not Aquila. It's not her, Father. Her soul's gone beyond.
It is her. Look at her. You can see there's some, and you see she kind of snaps out, and he pulls his hand away a little quickly. He's like, she is in there.
Dad, she
still
just
there.
tried to bite you.
If I may here, she seems very passive when there's not agitation around her. So maybe
I can
that.
keep her calm. She's good. Listen to him. He's
I-
right.
So I don't want to sugarcoat this. She is undead, and we are having a bit of a apocalyptic moment here with them.
Well, I know
Yes.
that. A lot of the bodies that I worked on got up and walked away last night.
Well, what
I understand that is your career, and I'm just saying precautions are not a bad thing to do.
This is my daughter.
Dad,
This is your sister.
that is not my sister.
Give your sister a kiss.
No, that is not my
speak out.
sister.
At this
Hassan,
point, and I'm
Where's
going to
Mom?
say to Hassan,
Yeah.
I understand your pain, Hassan. Sir, the hardest thing a parent can do is lose a child.
Mm-hmm.
I've lost one.
I want to insight check
You
that.
have?
Hang on. But you're only going to hurt yourself clinging like this. You need to learn to let go.
Yes, Dad, we need to learn to let go. You know that's not Aquila. You know her soul has gone beyond the gates and into paradise.
Plus, she smells like death.
Oh,
Roll me a persuasion check, Aya, with advantage, thanks to the help of Dr. Shortchange.
Oh, it's with advantage, yes!
And with that, he will just kind of bow his head. He just says, I know. And he hands you, Dr. Shortchange, what you clearly recognize as some sort of explosive that Uruk will almost immediately take off your hands.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I'm walking it to Uruk.
Yoink.
Father, come to me. Come on, give me a hug. We don't have to be here. We can go, and Aquila can stay right here for now. For now. Come on, Father, let's go home. Let's go to Mother. She's probably worried sick about you.
If we leave her here, they'll tear her apart.
Well, it's not her anymore. With and
Aya?
I'm sure my
Aya?
friends will watch her and ensure that she's not torn apart. If you catch my meaning.
I'm not stupid.
I think the better option is that he takes it back to your home and she's sequestered in her room.
Why would you go?
No, we've
You need to
agreed
go
it's
back to
not.
the workshop.
It needs.
no, this is a dangerous game.
I know.
She needs to be returned
She's.
to her resting place.
We cannot show Delilah this. She's too sensitive.
Well,
We will do it respectfully, sir.
Don't destroy the body. I do still want to bury her.
Of course
No
not, sir.
destruction of the body. I swear I will curse you for 100,000 years.
Why would we destroy the body?
I'm just
It's so
saying,
much
be
more effort.
gentle. I am being very clear in my instructions. I am having a bad day. In fact, not just a bad day, a bad week, a bad month. Just
I-
Did not need to watch this, sir.
I am.
I am taking my father away. Does anyone have alcohol?
I know a turtle who had one.
Not drinkable alcohol.
Some people say
Shortchange
my
will
stench
pull
is
out
disorienting.
a little vial, and he'll put it away, and he'll pull out another one, and put it away, pull out another one. I think this one is just pure vodka? It's hard to keep track, and I'll hand Aya a list of vials.
So what is
It's
this
labeled
vial?
Featherfall. It's labeled Featherfall in a tube.
I don't
Roll me
understand.
percentile dice, Aya.
Okay.
How likely is Dr. Shortchange to carry pure cyanide on his person?
All right, yeah. This appears to actually be alcohol.
What is it, like vodka?
I mean, I thought it was vodka, so it's presumably clear.
Yeah, it's clear. You open. It smells a little bit like moss. You think it might actually be absinthe.
Oh, Father, here. And I'll pull my father kind of like away and around the corner. I know. And I'll just start patting him like, I know, like, this is terrible. Terrible situation. Let's just walk away right now. And here, have, I will take a sip of it first. Because presumably it's just absinthe.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, it's a little medicinal tasting, but you don't go blind.
Like Jaeger?
Yeah, and your father drinks it and just says, "Oh, it's absinthe." They say that you can hear the voices of those you lost if you drink enough of this.
Well, don't turn into an alcoholic just yet,
How
Father.
dare you? I've never. Your
Never
mother
what?
thinks I drink in my workshop. I don't.
I
I
didn't say
built
you...
that device in my workshop. I couldn't have done that if I was drunk. Do I look like a drunk to you?
I am not saying that, Father.
This man.
At this point, when they're like walking around the corner, I guess we respectfully try and kill her.
Yes.
Re-kill her.
How far are we away from the tombs? As in, can we return her to the tombs?
She would have been at the Hall of Blessed Rebirth, where you checked last night, where most of the bodies had left, because that's where Aya's dad works.
Right.
It's where you guys broke into the library and fought the mummy earlier.
Yeah. How far away are we from that?
About 20 minutes away on foot.
I don't want to.
We don't have time. We got to get back to the wall. Let's kill her. I'm gonna say tie her up. Leave a rope here around her, so if there is another pulse, she doesn't stand back up.
Give me an insight check, please, as a group.
I'm good at those.
I know it really doesn't matter much, but for some reason I had advantage on insight checks with my stone rune, but yeah, it didn't do
Oh,
jack.
thank God someone has good insight.
Yeah, I mean, Dahaka, short change. You guys think it's a good idea. Aya, you're gone at this point.
That's
but
what I figured.
yeah, Uruk and Iroh and Mao especially, you know that if you leave this body here, the locals will probably burn it or tear it apart.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to secure her away someplace to end whatever is causing this and then inter her in peace and quiet.
So
No,
this is
just-
the sister that liked the best, right?
Yes.
What are we close by to? Are we going to be stashing this body somewhere?
You're
take it
close
with
to the Tooth and Hookah. You're actually pretty close to the Temple of Bast.
Let's go with Tooth and Hookah. I'm sure they'll let us in with a corpse.
I think take her to best.
Would the priests of Bast look after a body for us for a while?
I don't know. I'm a cat.
Yeah, but you're in with them, aren't you?
No, I'm just a cat. They worship me. I think.
Well,
Well, no, they worship my brothers, but-
Let's.
Tooth and
Dahaka,
Hookah.
friend, how do you feel about
Mhm.
strength training?
That's my workout routine in the morning.
Cool, we're carrying this corpse with us.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Dahaka shuffles around the barrels of saffron he's still carrying.
Oh yeah, we're not leaving those in the room. We know our room's vulnerable now.
Barrels of saffron would be worth a freaking.
Small barrels, they're like kegs.
Yeah, they're small kegs, but yeah, each keg is worth 150 gold each.
Yeah.
Actually,
It's,
hang on.
And I'm getting 90% of that. So, no
Tasty
discussion.
gold.
Dahaka's just been eating it like it's, gummy worms, just taking a handful every once in a while and just,
Patrick,
I mean, I'm just okay. Sorry, go ahead.
how can I have a token for my skiff?
Yeah, I think I've actually got one already.
Cool.
But with that, shall we take a 5-minute, or you guys need 10 minutes to put?
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
10 to
Alright.
15 to put him to bed. So say
Alright, so
10
let's take-
after.
Yeah, we'll come back at 10 after 9, and you guys can figure out what you want to do with the body, and we'll pick up there.
Sounds good.
Right.
BRB.
Inspiration, Stephanie.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely, you
I don't
deserve
get
it.
inspiration for that.
Oh, you do as well. That was a beautiful lie.
Oh, and
Yeah,
I'm the
insight
only
check.
one who knows
Was
it.
he lying?
Do you know it if you equal? Because we equaled.
I would think so.
I mean, you would
I mean,
doubt
Eyes of the
it. You would doubt it. You would doubt it at best.
My insight is 17. What was your deception?
23.
23.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, no, Iro, you are used to somebody bluffing. I mean, you've gambled enough that you're pretty sure that was a bluff, but you're not it's not a slam dunk. You'd probably
For me,
call it a bluff in a game, but yeah.
Well, I
Guy,
respect
remember. It's
I
not
respect
unreasonable. He's
Yes.
178. It's not unreasonable that he probably has kids.
We're running and putting
The
him
question
to
is,
bed.
does he know it?
Yeah. All right. Back in a few minutes then.
All right, I'll be back.
Nabil, are you leaving?
No.
What's your strength?
Sorry, I need clarification. Am I supposed to be going somewhere?
Well, we're taking a break. I'm asking
Oh.
if you, the person, are going somewhere to take the break.
Sorry, I thought I was being kicked out. It's like, did I do something to offend someone? No,
No.
I'm not going. My strength is. Wait, what? Your question was, what is my strength?
Yes.
18.
All right.
What was Aya's sister's name again?
Mulch.
Do you spell that with one CH or two?
I spell it with a.
Right. So you're mock Swedish then.
Oh, are you still here? No. I want to know what Weld's strength. I need to know what Weld's strength is.
The sister's name is Aquila.
Aquila.
Wells strength.
Because right now we've got if Dahaka pulls the sled with Weld, Dahaka's more than covering the weight of the sled.
Weld is 14 strength.
Yeah, not that strong.
Question: if I'm pulling, how far am I pulling? I just need to. I guess I'm just asking for myself. Yeah, how far am I pulling? And second question. Dahaka looks at Dr. Shawchins. It's like, excuse me, you're saying I'm supposed to carry that thing? I'm pointing at Aquila. It's like that thing.
Well, we're not doing character yet because this is just me calculating to see if this is even feasible.
Okay.
Because
I mean,
you've got to
it's-
carry the weight of the sled, and the sled is. 200 it was? Portable Emporium. As a sand skiff, it's 200 pounds. Weld and Dahaka can do 960. But then Dr. Shortchange has to steer it. And he weighs 140 pounds.
I don't know if this counts into
Patrick is
your.
large.
I don't know if this counts into your calculation. I can grow giant, but for 60 seconds. I don't know
Probably
if that
not.
helps.
That's not going to last long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's an hour, that's different.
I mean, I
I'm
should
going to
have.
assume that the corpse weighs about the same, about 150 pounds.
I mean, if there was
Oh
a.
no, she weighs maybe 115 pounds.
Oh, I can carry her on my head.
How much is the... Well, the idea is I don't want you to have to carry her and all of the barrels and then also have to defend yourself.
I mean,
I'm
How
assuming
much-
you guys actually left all those barrels back
Oh,
in the Tooth and Hookah.
Oh god, no. We were they not so thinly said they could get into our room. Like,
It's true.
did we make any not so thinly threats if
No.
they did? Fuck.
but like they definitely said your room is not actually that secure. We know where you're sleeping.
Yeah.
I think they basically said have a good safe night at the Tooth and Hookah. So yeah, they very clearly they know where you are.
Fuck everyone. knows
how
where
much are
we
the
are.
barrels?
Sphinxes know where we are.
How much do the barrels weigh?
I think about the same as the girl.
And we should have weight for them, right?
Yep. Hang on a second.
So just a side note, I do intend to use Rivet as a suicide bomber with whatever it is that guy was.
Oh, they're
Holding
10-pound
No,
kegs.
10-pound kegs, so
I can rebuild
40
him.
pounds.
You've got 3 of them, so 30 pounds.
30 pounds. I thought it was 4.
I will have a thorough conversation with him beforehand, though, to be like, look, Rivet, I love you, buddy, but I'm going to need you to sacrifice yourself at some point to do this.
So that's 475 pounds for all of Short Change's stuff and all of Dahaka's other stuff that he's not got equipped. That's reasonable, right?
I mean, I can carry all.
Like, we're not
Four?
getting close to the capacity. We could
No.
also, like...
We need an extra dimensional space just to make it easier.
We don't have access to one of those until Uruk builds one.
You will soon.
I feel like my skiff should have been an extra dimensional space. So I could just plop it down and have it come out already set up.
It kind of is when you set it up as your cart, because you can store things in the cart and then they fold up inside the cart.
The way I read it was if they're in the cart, when it folds up, they just end up on the ground. Or no, it was the other way around. Items held in the box are displayed as wares for sale. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the sand skiff is what drops things on the ground.
Yes.
I
But
misread that.
yeah, I mean, you could load things into your cart and then, they'll be fine. But yeah, if you have wares on the cart and then fold the cart up, they fall off the skiff, they fall off the skiff.
Yeah, we could like put Mao on here too. And then we could put Rivet on here. And have like mobile artillery.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not great, it doesn't move that fast. It moves, I think it said 3 to 10 miles an hour. Speed 50 feet, never mind. But I assume that requires Weld and Dahaka dash. Although it's got a sail. Can I sail?
Yeah, because it's a skiff, so it when you're in the open desert, the wind will presumably push it.
But right now I kind of need them to...
Yeah, in the city, you'll get, it'll be easier to pull, but you're not getting a full open breeze or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like gust of wind could absolutely, send it flying.
Oh, we could troll
in the
science
city,
it.
you don't necessarily need to move that quickly.
No, this is just a way to transport things, and by things I mean a corpse. If we run into the other corpse, like the acolyte who was delivering the stuff, we could have a second corpse on here.
Why would we need the corpse?
Well, I mean, they might pay us to bring it back.
We can stash it and pick it up later. The goods are more important than the corpse.
Sounds like you're both devotees of Avidar now.
Oh, somebody's got some debts.
No, I'm a devotee of practicality. Of the stuff they're carrying will help the front line. We need that shit.
Abadur is kind of practical
Yeah,
as well.
Like, just leave the shit on the ground.
Abadur would be take it and then sell it back to them.
And that is practical.
Why don't you just tack that onto our bill at the end? We're gonna give them an invoice, right?
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a bunch of good services out of this.
If you're making an invoice, I would highly suggest it. Abador kind of hates that, so it's kind of kryptonite to them.
Invoices?
The
Yeah,
invoices.
we'll invoice them like, zombies small, zombies medium, zombies large at different rates.
Look, I know the Haka is kind of new to the whole Abador thing, but I only found out that the Haka just found out that that they didn't get to be where they are out of compassion.
Yeah,
So-
no. They're like right up Shortchange's alley.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
I also kind of regret not making Shortchange as a Hexblade, like a full Hexblade, is what I should have done, I think. Like, this is fine.
I mean, they literally have on their acquisition commerce that war and peace are both good for business, so you can decide for yourself.
I'll allow you to rebuild if you want.
Maybe talk about that after the session.
Yeah.
Okay, so you outlaw, or not outlaw, you disallow Hexblade dips. If I'm a Hexblade, can I dip into Rogue for like a level? I guess I can do Skill Expert for the expertise in Deception. Which is really what I'm after, is the expertise in Deception.
Don't you get another bonus expertise coming up soon with your level ups anyway?
Dick. I've already got expertise in Deception. Like, that's...
Oh, but if you
That's all you
rebuild,
wanted it for.
If I rebuild, I would need another way to get expertise in Deception. Or a 2-level dip into Bard, maybe.
so who had on their bingo card that I would that Stephanie's sister would come back?
Nope.
Honestly,
Not
I was
me.
surprised Stephanie's sister didn't come all the way back immediately.
Yeah.
I feel like a raise dead spell is something that her family could afford.
No,
It's not something they believe in, though.
Oh.
I was expecting if anybody was coming back, it would be after the full-blown mummification process. Not none of this mere zombification. No, I'm talking bandages. I'm talking ancient curses.
Is it an ancient curse if you were mummified 10 minutes ago?
Yes, but the magic to mummify you is ancient. It's like adding like a really old sourdough starter. Or having one of those stews that has just a little tiny bit of stew from like hundreds of years ago.
The perpetual stew.
Yes.
So 4 kegs of stuff plus Aquila 170. Nope. Somebody do maths?
I'm not good at math.
Fuck it.
Sorry, what?
Sorry, I was just trying to do the math that Brendan was doing. So if I have 3 kegs on me, plus if I'm carrying Aquila, who is 150
Well, no.
pounds.
The whole idea is we're gonna put it on the skiff. And have you pull the
So
skiff
I'm not.
belt.
So-
I'm not carrying all 4.
The-
Okay.
The total weight of the 4 items in question is 145 pounds.
That would make it a whole lot easier. I kept thinking, I'm doing this without the skiff. Like,
No. Like, the idea is you and Weld together pulling the skiff.
okay, yeah.
And then if we're not moving this body around, we don't have anywhere safe to hide it. It doesn't
I
involve
thought-
going way out of our way.
Wait, who's going to be the kamikaze, Weld or the other one?
Rivet. I was
Rivet.
planning on, if needed, I was planning on Rivet being the kamikaze, the little suicide bomber camel.
I have a suggestion.
Don't kill the camels. I'm starting to like them.
I can rebuild Rivet, and I will have a
Correct.
thorough conversation with him, tell him, baby, I love you, mama loves you, but you may need to sacrifice yourself for the greater good.
Do you have catapult, Ulrich?
I do.
Now, Rivet's not an object. He's a creature.
What if
Right.
But
he's
the
holding
explosive...
Construct. He's a construct.
what
yeah,
the
how can you
explosive
creatures?
is?
You don't need to sacrifice. You just launch it with catapult.
I really don't want to ask this, Rook, but Tara, what's your alignment? If you're going to throw away Weld just like that?
Neutral.
Okay. Kind of makes sense.
Also, Rivet can be rebuilt.
For those who have not seen The Creator, I put a great scene from it, probably the best scene in the entire movie, in the chat, and it ties in.
Speaking of movie scenes, do you guys remember that scene in The Lost World, Jurassic Park, where they're driving the hurt baby T-Rex in the car, and it's wailing its mind, it's wailing and wailing?
Yeah.
Yes.
I got to relive that today, but it was a toddler in a shopping cart. Over Hot Wheels cars. And I had bought him Hot Wheels track because he was collecting random things to make Hot Wheels tracks.
Sounds
That's
good
a,
to me.
that's a very creative, resourceful mind for a kid.
Yeah, my hat was a circular race.
Don't worry, Ian. Soon the era of random tantrums will be a thing of the past.
It'll be planned tantrums.
18 years
It'll be
from now?
planned tantrums and just sort of pouty sulkiness, and then they'll pretty
that'll
soon.
work. That'll work way better on me than wailing. Absolutely. I can tune out a wailing child, no problem.
And then in about 10, 12 years' time, just endless sarcasm.
But
I
have
take
you
that over what appears to be many young ladies fighting with their parents, because that's what my sister did.
have you taken into
What?
consideration his goth face?
Oh yeah, that's probably gonna happen at like 14
It's like,
or so.
Mom and Dad, you don't understand me. It's not a phase.
Yeah, I'll do it in solidarity. I'm going to paint my nails and start wearing black. I already wear black all the time. So,
They're
Hard
going to
to be
rebel and be a
Alright.
preppy like me.
Oh, Don't say
I can
hurtful
follow
things.
suit and I can pop my collar. I got plans for everything.
you got to starch it first. It's got to stay popped.
My family ran a dry cleaners for 100 years. I can starch a damn collar.
There you go.
Oh.
Now,
Fancy.
are you gonna wear a colored shirt inside your colored shirt? Get that double pop action going.
No, because that's a sign of alt-right nonsense, and he will never do that.
Yeah, it is now, sadly.
Oh.
I was never a popped collar guy, but I will admit to wearing double shirts. It was the style at the time.
That's
Well,
everybody back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Before Patrick starts talking about his onion on his belt.
Well,
That's the
Dahaka,
conversation Aya and her father are having as they walk back to Aya's home.
Yep.
I took your brother on the ferry to Shelbyville.
Dad, what the hell else are you building in your workshop?
What
Yeah,
is
what
he
the hell
building in there? What's he building in there?
I mean,
No.
we don't go in because that's his private space, his man cave.
Man tomb.
Yes, his man tomb. It's his man tomb.
Right, bong, got it.
All right, yeah. So while Aya is taking her father home and bonding together, the rest of the party loads up after quickly dispatching the undead form of Aquila, putting her body on Dr. Shortchange's skiff. Dahaka and Weld easily are able to sort of pull it through town. You do pass by the 3 skeletal camels and the traders who sort of kick sand up at you and gesticulate madly again.
Can I do another intimidation check on them to make them run off?
They don't seem like they care. They have done what they've done, and they just sort of keep ambling by.
The hell's their problem?
I don't know, just a couple of boners.
Right.
And you are able to make it back to the gates where Baal welcomes you with great relief washed across her face.
We didn't see any signs of the acolytes, did we?
You did not.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll drop off the supplies we've been able to get. Inform Ball that the Church of Abador was absolutely no help.
I'm not surprised.
We
Cough.
figured we.
Cough, cough.
They
Listen.
will help, but we understand it will be at a cost.
Expensive.
It's fair. And Hesmet, give me a perception check, please.
P is for perception. Do I build for success that? It's only a D4. No, 7.
All right. Yeah, you do not notice. I mean, the doors behind sort of, push and are held solid. And, you hear some of the people up on the walls sort of yelling as they keep, firing down. But none of you notice as Baal's shadow seems to rise up around her, and you watch Hesmet as it in fact wraps around her and grabs and grapples her, as you see a second shadow moving in across the ground, not attached to anything, that just lashes out at her. And
Okay.
at the same time, I need you to give me a strength saving throw as well, Hesmet.
You're banned.
Built for success. 18.
Nice.
Yeah, your shadow roils up and attempts to wrap around you as well, but to no avail. But there is a shadow that seems to loom over you as your shadow stretches out itself, Hesmet. And it's finally time to roll some initiative.
You traitorous lumen level.
Lumen level.
I don't know. I was trying to come up with
Oh,
something.
It works.
How about a pie in the face, Uruk? Yep. Sorry.
hmm.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You get advantage.
Oh my god.
Doesn't help. Oof.
I still beat you
That is true.
with a 17.
So as you witness this happening, first up to act is Iroh.
Okay, cool.
Baal looks like she has taken some damage.
All right. Well, I'm gonna come on in and spear. Ooh, 13.
13 does not strike. It just barely misses as it passes through these shadows.
All right. I will spend a key point for bonus action double wabbit kick. So the first one, that's a 24. That'll hit.
Absolutely hits.
I
I mean, it's a shadow, so you don't feel like you connected with anything solid, but you hit something.
Okay. I'm gonna try and push it. So, strength saving throw.
$15.
All right. And second kick, 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Also going to try and push it.
That is a 13.
It's
Just enough.
Okay. That is my turn then.
All right.
Actually,
Dahaka.
no, it isn't a DC 13. It's a DC 14. I forgot to add
Actually,
it back.
you're
Oh,
Yeah,
then
I
yes,
increased
it
my
is-
deck.
It is pushed backwards, sort of back into the shadows where it kind of vanishes again up against the door. All right. That takes us to Dahaka.
I think you're muted, buds.
Can you hear me now? Ah, god
There
damn
you
it.
go.
Hear you now.
Sorry, I was saying that I was going to make my way to Hasmut and belt on the creature that's next to them.
All right.
With my shield up, my AC is up to 19 now, but it's going to be my Warhammer now. Let's see if it can make it stop. No, it can't.
19 hits.
Oh, no, sorry, no Giant's Might.
Either way, max damage as you swing through. And your magic warhammer seems to actually connect with this shadow, and you watch as part of it is knocked away into the sunshine. It took the full brunt of that.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to push it back, which is Hammering Holes. 10
That
feet.
is a 9. You are able to push it up to 10 feet away as well.
And I'm going to end my turn by taking... I used up 25 feet. I have 5 more feet left. I'm just going to end it over here. That's it for me.
All right.
Patrick, I screwed up. It is still a 13.
oh, is it based on wisdom?
It's based on wisdom.
Oh, all right. So this guy hasn't moved. All right.
That's the worst part of monk.
Yeah.
Multiple ability dependency.
That takes us to Dr. Shortchange.
He's gonna run up here and try and give this thing a good stabbing.
That hits. 13 damage total. You stab through, and this shadow dissipates.
Alright, and then I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to get to here.
All right. That takes us to Mao.
Oh, great. So, Val looks hurt.
She's wrapped up by her own shadow, and yeah, it looks like something has like torn and scraped across her neck and throat.
And Aya's not back yet, right?
Correct.
Alright, then. Would she, as an ally, take a vortex warp to get away from her own shadow? I can bonus action connect and tell her to take the warp.
The shadow that attacked her was just destroyed, so you're seeing as this grip is being relaxed anyway.
Oh, okay. In that case, you know what? We're just gonna do it. Pretty sure I'm in range, but I'll double check. That's to the
60 feet?
close.
Yeah, I
close
think you're in
shadow.
range.
Yeah, 50 feet.
That is a 14. It succeeds.
All right, I will sit on this skiff. Now, does this skiff have a sail?
It does.
I want to sit on this up top.
All right. Hesmet Sat.
Okay. I have a magic Kopesh, and I suspect these guys are vulnerable to magic weapons. So let's make sure that's on. And I'm going to end this thing right now.
Yes. 16 damage. You slice through, and you almost hear the sound of sort of fabric tearing as your Khopesh cuts through this shadow. And Baal kind of staggers a little bit as, you can see her eyes are a little glazed over, and she's like, I don't quite know what that did to me. It just felt freezing cold for a moment.
He stabbed on your grave.
Would I know anything about this?
Yeah, you can give me a history check or a nature check.
18.
You would know these are sort of ancient shades that when they strike you, they actually do damage to your dexterity on top of damage.
Okay. I will. I will sort of look over Ball for a second, and I will sort of share this, impart this information. You'll probably be feeling sluggish for a couple of days.
I think after this I'll sleep for a 10-day. This gate is good for the most of the undead, but some of the incorporeal can still slip through. This is why we need our strength.
I thought they needed their decks.
Well, he needs the dex. Well, she needs the dex.
Any more sightings of whatever was ripping people off the top?
Nothing since the sun has come up.
Not those things?
Might I recommend... I don't want to say come down from the wall, but...
We can't come down from the wall.
More light.
They grouped up. Anything to stop this thing from ripping people off. Or at least give yourselves the chance to... Wait, hang on. How much rope do you have?
Jeez, I don't generally carry rope on me. I'm not an adventurer.
We can... Are these like pillars?
I thought they were guardhouses.
Yeah, they're more like... Those are small pillars, but yeah, the whole things are, large, almost towers. You can enter there, and they come, there's a ladder up to the roof there.
Are the zombies, or the undead, are they shooting at the people on the walls? Or just kind of congregated at the bottom?
They're congregated. There are some ghouls that are yelling out in ancient Osiriani, some sort of curses and things like that, and there's the occasional spell that seems to be logged. So some of them still obviously have some semblance. Occasional skeletons have, bows that will sort of still work, but most of these just appear to be trying to push through the doors.
Could we not burn them? Like
With
oil
what?
and fire?
I'm assuming that that's part of the that's part of the tactics here.
Yeah, they are above, and they are hurling spells down.
Yeah.
But could we
are doing what we can, but there seems to be an endless number inside the necropolis.
These people need to regroup before they can start with tactics like this.
Once we get the
you
city
tied
under
a rope
control,
around-
we can deal better with this.
Well, we come bearing supplies. This should keep you going a little while longer. We have no
there is
idea what
a-
happened to the first load of supplies that was sent.
She said, well, I guess it was their time if they couldn't make it here. Thank you for this. May today not be your day. And, there's a small sort of cheer from the men on the wall. And she says, was there any word of someone coming to spell us off?
Not yet.
She nods and looks around and just says, "Is Aya all right? Did you lose her?"
There was an incident with her father. She's all right.
There was a family matter.
Understood.
As an aside, would you be able to store something for us?
Yes, I owe you. What do you need stored?
This will be an unusual request, and I will show her Aquala's body. This needs to be kept intact until a proper burial can be done. Mostly, this just needs to be kept stashed away somewhere.
We will put it in the gatekeeper's office here.
Excellent.
And
Aya
you
or
begin to hear a
Hassan-
couple more screams from up on the wall, and you see a couple, a pair of guards that are sort of dashing away into the city as they break ranks, sort of running in terror.
I will run up the guard tower.
Yeah. You clamber up to the guard tower. You can see there are still a good half dozen people here, and everything is secure. The guard up there, as you sort of pass over holy water, immediately starts sort of flinging it down at the ones that are on the gate, and just says, "Thanks. We need this."
Yes. Any indication as to what they were running from, or is that just them losing their nerve?
Just losing their nerve. They've been here for over 24 hours.
Yes, we must find replacements immediately.
This job is usually very quiet.
I would imagine so. A week in a month, 2 weeks a year.
Exactly.
Right.
The dead are usually not an issue. To have fought them all night is exhausting.
We will go look for replacements wherever we can find them. And I will leave.
All right.
I will reconvene with everyone, and I will say, who do we know that might be able to replace these people? They will not last much longer, even with supplies.
Does Short Chains have any more of that blood?
What blood? I don't recall what you're talking about.
That blood that those people were buying off you. The one from the blood golem? The one that they were desperate for?
What?
Do you
That
have
didn't
any more
happen.
of that blood?
That didn't happen.
Yes, that blood. Do you have any more of that blood?
That didn't
Yeah.
happen.
So you don't have any more of that blood.
Hesmet's head will turn slightly to the side.
Well, I was gonna say we could force them to with the promise of that blood that he had.
I mean,
Leaving that aside, the voices of the spire, were they not available?
They stopped by. They are clearing the city, and apparently they have sent a small contingent into the necropolis itself. They have been fighting and doing their best all night as well. Mostly in the wealthier part of town, I would suspect.
We need to find reinforcements. What do I know about the Temple of Bast, which is apparently nearby?
Generally, that is more of a brothel than anything else.
Right. Okay. That. Well, I mean, hey, they're used to fighting off stiffs.
There are the
favorite
adventurers of
episode
the
of
Tooth and Hookah, some of whom are left. There are supposedly, reinforcements coming from the temple. They have said they will send what they can once they've been able to heal people.
Right. I guess we could head back to the inn and try to rally some troops.
I mean, how many of the teams are still there?
There were at least a dozen people that were still there last night. Falto and some of his group were there. A lot of people were at the, auction. So that the halflings are still there, and the Daughters of the Desert are certainly still around somewhere.
They might help, or they might tell us to. What was the term that the skeleton caravanners were saying to me?
I believe it's ancient Osiriani for go burn and die, in that order.
Right. Okay. That doesn't seem like that would help.
No, but there were good people in the other teams.
Yes.
And they're motivated by gold, like us.
Yes, let us see if we can appeal to their better natures. Is that what adventurers have?
No, they're pocketbooks.
Right. Okay.
Their self-interest. Also, aren't there still lots of people in the city?
They've all been told to shelter in place, and they're
Yeah,
listening.
well, let's pull them out of their shelter in place.
They're
They
listening
want to
because they're,
die in their home or survive on a wall.
Untrained peasants do not make good soldiers.
I'm a cat. I can even show them the pointy end and which end to hold.
It is at this point that coming around the corner behind you is Aya, quickly being chased by a pair of zombies.
Help! 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 Help!
Okay.
Shit, is one of them her mom?
No!
No, but as they are nearing and...
Running forward.
Hang on, before that happens.
Right. Back to the
Let
format.
me finish my talk. You see and you hear this loud screaming screech come from around behind them, as well as what appears to be a bear with a massive crocodile's head on it.
Ah, crap.
Or good? This
Comes screaming around. Aya, give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. This on my side.
Yeah, you are able to get out of the way as this creature almost, barrels over this zombie, but takes no notice of you. And you would have been sort of run down at the same time, and you watch as these creatures leap atop and begin tearing the zombies apart, but also kind of turn and snarl at you, Aya. And Bal will say, "Those are the Asobics. They need to be destroyed."
Yep.
Can't we
And-
just
what
point
we-
them to the undead people and let them run around?
Yeah, that's
They
not
don't
gonna work.
differentiate. That's the problem.
Can't we just open the door and get out
Nope.
of their way?
Draw your weapon.
without opening the door. Yep.
It is time to roll initiative, please.
I would like to remember to use my Akentepe's armor ability to roll this with advantage.
You should use your Akentepe's armor ability to roll with advantage.
I did, and I rolled 25.
Great, I rolled a nat 1. Which means I automatically fail initiative?
You only automatically fail attack rolls.
All right. My
Man.
initiative rolls have been terrible, but at least I beat Hesmet. First up to act is Dr. Shortchange.
Are these zombies still alive, or do they get got by the?
They are still alive, but they are they have been damaged.
Alright, I can just get. I'm gonna dash to get here. As a bonus action, because rogue. And then I'm going to attack this gentleman, and Aya is next to him.
All right.
That's an 8 hit, Patrick.
An 8 does not hit.
Well, damn.
You race forward, stabbing outwards, and this massive creature is surprisingly agile and turns and snarls at you.
Hello, sir. Could I interest you in any potions or tonics? And that's it.
That takes us to Mao.
How tall are the walls?
Which walls?
These walls.
They are 25 feet.
And wait,
The towers are 35.
35. Okay. Sorry, one sec.
If Mount falls off the tower, does he land on his feet?
Gonna
Yeah, but he
move to
breaks all
there.
4 legs.
Move to there. I'm going to feline agility up to the wall. I end at the top of the wall. It's 25 feet. I was 5 feet away. I don't think this is going to work, but I have to try, because if it works, it'll be brilliant. Just making sure I can do this. Yes, and yes, I vortex warp one of them into the necropolis.
All right.
They're attacking zombies, right?
They are.
Good. We really need to hope they don't make their save.
I really hope so, because that'll be awesome. Just send them free. Go have fun, bud.
What's your saving throw?
Oh, sorry, it should be, I believe it's 13.
What's
that
the
go up any?
ability?
Oh, you know what? I can. I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level. I don't know if...
We don't have
Oh,
to
it just...
slot
No,
yet.
never mind. It just makes it go further. It doesn't actually
Alright.
increase the...
So, Constitution save. That is a 19 on the save.
Boo! Well, I'm sitting up here, so... And
It was a
I've used
good
my
idea.
movement. It could have worked. I'm pleased I figured that out so quickly. And
Yeah, that takes us to Aya. So you've got 2 incredibly damaged undead next to you, and these psychopomps, which Dr. Shortchange now seems to have annoyed as well.
Oh, goody. I am just having the best day. You know what? I'm going to disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And that will be the end of my turn.
All
Short
right,
trains, get
Ira.
away from them! You're highly dangerous!
It is Iro and then Uruk on deck.
Iro?
He's moved.
Sorry, I was also muted. That would be why, while I was talking, people are like, what the hell am I saying? All right, so I'm going to move up to here and... don't want to move... Yeah? No. No, I want to avoid him. Instead, I'm going to come down over here. It'll still take 40 feet of movement, but it's fine. I'm gonna spear the big boy instead. And then bonus action, I'm going to double kick. Dexterity saving throw. Gonna try and knock it prone.
Schmackety smack. There we go.
All right. On the Sobek.
Yep.
"18 strikes for 13 piercing damage. That is absolutely magical.
But is not. Although.
Yeah.
Looking for the spear thing on my sheet here.
Dex save. That is a 17 on its dexterity save, but it does take. Takes half damage from your kick, and maintains its footing.
Okay, it's an action that will. I'd have to use that thing. That's fine. So second kick, 22 to
Also
hit.
hits.
I'm also gonna try and trip it.
All
Topple,
right.
whatever. Same thing.
That is a 19. It is not toppled.
I'm trying. I'm done.
All right. Urek with Dahaka on deck.
I'm assuming Weld is tied to the sled, so I'm not going to worry about her. My turn is I'm a catapult the bomb to land right here, so it'll get everyone except I'm not muted, right? Perfect. So it'll get everyone except Iroh. So right here, so it gets everybody. Badoom. And no dex saves or anything, right? Just straight up fire damage?
Correct.
Perfect. Oof, that sucked. And no catapult damage applies because I didn't have it actually hit any of the creatures. And we'll have Rivet Spit on that guy as my bonus action.
All right.
Nice.
That is enough to take out that one zombie. And then, Rivet lobs grease and spits, hitting the Asobek for 6 force damage.
And I'll just move back and pull Little Rivet with me. That's it for me.
Dahaka.
Sorry, just making sure I'm not muted. So I'm gonna dash all the way to the big guy over here. This thing. Making sure I don't run into anyone.
Yep, you can get here with 50 feet of movement.
50 feet. There we go. And that's my Goring Rush. Adding my horns to the mix. 7, I fail.
There's a little bit of grease on the ground, so you don't quite have your footing as you go to hit with your horns, and does not strike.
Facepalm the dirt. That's it for me.
That's how Jumbo died.
The zombie will move in on Dahaka, getting an attack of opportunity from the Psychopomp, which manages to hit. But it is still up on its feet. So, that is a 14 and an 18 to strike Dahaka, neither of which gets past your shield. You are able to block as these massive claws make this horrible scraping sound along your shield.
Phew. Good job, Nabil.
That
Good job.
takes us to the Asobeks. This guy will move in and immediately go after the undead. Let's see. All right. The zombie is basically bitten in half, and then its upper torso continues moving and the claws of this creature. Yeah, that will put it down. Absolutely. Its creatures just rip this zombie apart, and you can actually see its almost spirit get wrenched back into the afterlife beside you there, Dahaka.
Woof.
Then it snarls and claws at you, Dahaka.
Oh, jeez.
That is a 23 to hit for 9 slashing damage.
How?
This one will start by biting at Iroh. That is a 24 for 5 piercing damage. And you are grappled.
Well, I'm going to use my reaction and reduce it by 12.
All right. So you take no damage. You are grappled.
Okay, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, because
Can
it's if you're hit, it's not if you take damage.
Yeah. No, that it makes sense. It's weird, but it makes sense, yeah.
And give me a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh shit.
Oh, this is not good.
Oh.
Your spirit is ripped from your body and you are paralyzed, Iroh.
I take no damage. I'm grappled and paralyzed.
Yes.
Oh.
Told you to get away from them.
That takes us to Hesmet Sat.
Now, that's an interesting question with respect to Hesmet.
Does this unit have a soul?
Yes.
Have we seen him dance?
Hey, Macarena.
Just the robot.
He can, yeah, well, whatever. I was about to make that joke. Regardless of Hesmet's ability to dance, I'm going to take cover behind this cart, and it's the one on the right that's currently grappling Iroh, right?
Yes.
Okay. They're going to fire at it with the hand crossbow. How does a 21 grab you?
A 21 absolutely hits for a total of 11 damage.
Okay, and
That is non-magical, so it is resisted slightly.
second hand crossbow goes away somewhere.
It does. It just... You are distracted as you can almost see the glowing life force of Iroh in this creature's jaws as it is holding him. And it is just enough to distract you. Any more movement?
Okay. Immediately after I deal sneak attack to a damage to a creature on my turn, I can target a second creature that I can see. Roll with half the number of sneak attack dice, and the second creature takes necrotic equal to the roll's total.
Yes.
So, yes, I do in fact have Whales of the Grave, and I am going to Whales of the Grave the other one. Where is my Whales of the Grave? 5 necrotic damage to the other one.
No effect.
What?
Well, bugger.
You get the sense that this celestial being is immune to necrotic damage.
Okay. We now know that celestial doesn't always mean nice or good or responsible.
Now, and its head turns in your direction as it howls.
Oh,
Yes,
don't
Matt.
look at
So that takes us to Dr. Shortchange.
I can't let this thing keep chomping on Iroh, but I don't have any way to interact with it beyond stabbing.
It's
You
good
don't have a
interaction.
It is hurt.
Oh, what?
Crossbow? Nothing?
I mean, I can't use a crossbow and a shield.
He's also got
Oh.
a magical sword.
Yes, I'm going to try and stab it with a magical sword, and I'm going to use my
Steady aim.
steady aim. Thank you, Patrick.
A 19 will strike. Describe your killing blow as you pierce into this creature.
How bad is, or how good is that connection between the head and the body?
Not as good after you've jammed your sword in there.
So I stab right in like the edge of the jaw, and then twist like forward, like I'm pushing on a lever, and like crack it in half so that it drops Iroh.
Yeah, and as that crack happens, there is this sort of release of screamed energy, and Iroh, your spirit returns to you, and you are no longer paralyzed.
That was no.
The self
No.
don't be hit by that.
That takes us to Mal.
How damaged is this one looking now?
This one's bloodied. It's fairly damaged.
All right then. Yeah. Boo. And I'll use my movement to sit up. Yeah.
It does fail. It does take the 2 psychic damage.
Yeah. I just get up top there and I just hiss at it a little bit, and it
All right. And
flinches a tiny bit.
It is baned as well, so just make that note. All right, that takes us to Aya. So there's one of these creatures left here. It is damaged.
All right. Sacred Flame probably wouldn't work because they are celestial, correct?
Give me an insight or arcana check, please. Yeah, you're not sure.
Might as well try, fuck. Oh, wait, no. Is there, before I do that, is there a way for me to put Iroh's soul back into his body?
It's already there.
It's already there?
Yeah.
Right, good, okay. I went,
Short change beat you to it.
Yeah.
I stabbed it back into his body.
Dr. Shortchange is the cleric now.
fuck that, no!
Medical man!
All right, what does it do?
Remember, it
It
reduces. the
fails
D4
its
from it.
dexterity save. So you see it is bathed in this radiant fire, and it appears to take damage.
Oh, okay.
It's immune to necrotic, not radiant.
Some fucking celestial. Okay.
Any movement, any bonus actions?
Nope.
All right, that takes us to Iroh.
All right. Well, learned my lesson a bit. I'm gonna move forward. I know what I'm doing, guys. I'm going
hope you
to stab or not. Oh God.
What was the afterlife
Double
like?
nat ones.
Yeah. Bonus action, double wabbit kick. Try and knock prone.
19 will strike for 2 bludgeoning. And a dexterity save coming up. 16.
Okay. Second wabbit kick. Does a 16 hit?
16 hits for another 2 bludgeoning. This creature is looking rough.
Okay. Well, it is addled, so it can't make opportunity attacks until the start of its next turn.
All right.
And like a Looney Tunes character, woo!
A spirited retreat. Uruk.
Oh,
Hmm.
Hit and run, guys. Hit and run. I've had my soul taken out of my body. I don't want that again.
Okay, there we go. Mouse is finally working again. Okay, so did we decide how many of those bag of bellstones we had originally found? Because I'm not seeing it noted anywhere, so I'm not sure if it was done.
The witch stones?
Bag of bellstones that I have in my inventory because of my magic stone ability, because of my slingshot. It says it's like
12
1d8 plus 12.
Yeah, 12 stones.
Perfect, thank you. I will use one of those to slingshot. Aw, that doesn't hit. And then I will
Does not hit.
bonus action rivet to spit.
14 also misses.
Damn it! That's all I got.
All right. Dahaka.
All right. I'm assuming it's close to dying, or
It
something
is
that.
very badly injured.
All right. Let's see if we can make it happen. Warhammer. Ooh.
11 just bounces harmlessly off its hide.
And action surge. I'm gonna swing again. Son of a click.
Again, just thunk, sort of off of its skull. No effect.
That's it for me. Oh wait, hold on. It's gonna go after short change. So I'm gonna take advantage by standing over here. Let's see, move out of my space. That's it for me.
All right. It turns and it rears up with its claws, swinging at you, Dahaka. The first one has a minus D4.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, might still make it. That is a 20, but minus 1 makes it a 19.
Ooh, crap.
So that does strike for 6 slashing damage. Second attack is a non-natural 20 for 9 more slashing damage. And then a natural 1 as it attempts to bite down upon you. So returns the favor.
It loses all its teeth.
That takes us to Hezmet. It just chomps down on your shield and sort of, ragdolls its head back and forth, but cannot pull it from your grasp.
There's no
Hezmet's-
soul in this. Anyways, I'm gonna run forward in a very brave charge because I have a Khopesh that does this.
Misses wildly.
Misses wildly, yes. I will bonus action retreat or bonus action crossbow.
You don't have to retreat. He's addled.
That's true. I will bonus
No,
action
no,
crossbow.
never
Well,
mind.
he isn't
Never mind.
addled. He had
Yeah.
his turn.
It's a good attack. It does half damage. I'll take it.
24 hits. So describe your killing shot.
Yeah, I sort of vault over the cart, slide in, try to take the thing's legs out from under it with the Khopesh, and as it's leaping gracefully and majestically over my Khopesh, just out of my other hand, a crossbow bolt fires up through the underside of its chin and out the top of that weird little skull crocodile head of its.
So, is that your Khopesh's Kopay?
I don't understand.
Yeah, that joke didn't work.
Right.
So yeah, you fire, and again there is this horrid sort of screech and scream as the creature dissipates. And Baal will, sort of stagger forward and just say, "This is why Nekhet Shepsis is wrong. You have to go convince Septi that this is not the right way.
Clearly.
Let her know the error that is happening out here. Help protect the city, please. If I may ask this one more thing of you." And that is where we will leave it for the night.
No.
But
All right. That was fun.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was good, yeah.